All right, now we can kind of look at some of the bigger pictures and with indicators on Bitcoin. So looking at the monthly chart here, remember this scenario where we saw the Fisher transform. Maybe we end up bottoming again towards the end of this year. Prices really would have to take off sometime between January, February. I would say in order for this scenario to play out, and I think that's still a possibility, right? If we have a bottoming event or go just basically sideways for the next couple months, the next 30, 40, 60 days, something like that, 5, 15, 45. If we get a bounce and prices start moving at least back to 20k, 25k by February, I think this will look very similar to this bounce, and I think this will end up looking very similar, and we might be able to still get that. So maybe in the next month or two, if we get a bounce and we're at 20 to 25k by say February 1st, I think we will get an update, and this will look still on track to maybe potentially do this, and then we look to our peak within the next 2 to 2.5 years or something like that. So we will stay tuned for that. Let's see what else we got. How about the RSI on Bitcoin being the lowest level of all time? This is on the BLX, so the prices are not accurate, but just wanted to show you the entire history of Bitcoin. Lowest ever, right? So no strength, right? That's what that means. So we have zero strength. So I would make that a case for us to be down here longer than normal, right? If we're the weakest we've ever been, right? Just use your basic math there. The ADX and the I, we have crossed bearish again for the first time ever on the monthly chart. Again, probably more time needed as a rest down low here, right? That is all the evidence stacking up for not a immediate reversal. Okay, so just throwing this out there for the big data. Probably going to need some more time here. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that one. Let's see, OBV, on balance volume, right? Down. This is pretty much trending. With nothing abnormal with this so far, but I would say, right, even using trend lines in any chart, you can always use like support and resistance. So that's, if we come down here again, definitely need to hold this or higher. So for the on balance volume, you don't want to see less volume than we had in the 2018 bear market. Unlikely, right? Unlikely that we come down this far. I say very unlikely, right? We're a much different market now, but given all the events, right, we never had, exchanges getting, liquidated back then, right? So who knows? But that's kind of what I'm looking at for the monthly on balance volume. I'd love to see a turnaround before, the 2018 and, the capitulation events of pandemic. Okay, so anything else? Not really. We're just waiting for us to gain momentum. I mean, look at all the bear markets, right? These are the bear markets. Nothing abnormal yet, right? Nothing abnormal other than RSI being the lowest ever, right? But here's your bear market territory. Peak bulls, peak bears. I mean, you're looking in hindsight. I mean, it's easy to see this, right? You can easily see when you should be getting out, right? But during the time, it's very difficult to see, right? When you're in it, right, it's like, oh, you should have gone all in right here. And Thanksgiving 2023, you should be going all in. Could that be the scenario in 2 years from now? Of course, right? This time next month, we could be talking and Bitcoin's at 20, 25K. That's a possibility. And Thanksgiving Day, and tomorrow morning, right, could be the actual capitulation event and the lows are in. And that would be, easy to see, years from now. But in these events, it's hard to know that, right here, you should have been buying everything, or right here, right? Or maybe right here. But there's a chance that we could last down here until May, right? Or something like that. So just throwing that out there to make you realize the biggest picture. It's just, this is part of the course. This is what we have to do, right? It's the ebbs and flows, macro, year over year. Just the cycle down, cycle up, cycle down, cycle up, cycle down, right? Cycle up is coming, right? We'll be up here again at some point. Probably, like we've said, 2025, somewhere in there, right? Maybe late 2024 to maybe late 2025, right? I would guess that we're going to be up in here at some point right here, right? And then as this momentum builds, price will follow. But we have to get moving before this can do one of these guys. So I don't know if we're going to get a launch like this immediately, or are we going to just kind of maybe do a first forever and just kind of mosey on up here, right? Maybe it takes a long time. Here's a while. So just kind of speculating and looking at things on a bigger picture. So let's zoom out again and look at Bitcoin now on the monthly. We're looking at the BLX, remember, so you're not going to get all this. You're not going to see this blue 100-month EMA on a regular Bitcoin chart. So if you're wanting to do this, you have to put it on the BLX and go all the way back. But keep this in mind: the 100-month EMA. We've never even touched it, and look where we are now, right? So that kind of goes hand in hand with being the lowest monthly RSI ever, right? We have the least amount of strength, so makes sense to me based on that we are basically hitting moving averages we've never hit before. So here's your 100-month EMA at 16.7. So obviously I would love to hold that come 7 days, 8 hours from now. The monthly 100-month EMA. Let that sink in. 100-month moving average. We do not want to close below that. I mean, that's I don't know what that's going to say if we do that, right? That would be probably bigger trouble, honestly. So 16.7 come December 1st. We better hope so. All right. I kind of wrap that up for at least for the Bitcoin bigger picture.